Okay, guys, so let's start a conversation. But first, let me introduce myself, okay? So I'm Gabriel. I'm 21 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I work in the payroll department of a company as an apprentice, okay? What about you, Alessandro?
Hi, my name is Alessandro. I'm from Bahia. I'm 26 years old. I'm a teacher. I I live in Bahia and I have a pet, a cat. Its name is Garfield, and I guess that's all. How about you, Ebert? Who are you?
I'm Herbert. I'm 26 years old. I'm from São Paulo, capital, and I work in administrative financial area in a consulting company. I don't have any animals, any pets. I think that's it. A little.
That's great, guys. That's really know to like to know you, you know. So let's start the conversation. What's the importance of the old generation and the new one of workers? Do you think they have a different way to work? So, Everett, what do you think about it?
I think so. They have different types. I think because of this one, the reason because the experience of each person in general, the old generation had more experience. So comparing new about talking about careers, so it's how they work is different in this case. And but I think the new generation has the flexibility, more flexible compared to older people. I think this the most difference in this kind of generation.
Yeah, like they have a different way to work, you know. So like from my point of view, the old generation, um, I don't know. I think yeah, they have more experiences at work, you know, so they know how to do some things without like taking a college or taking a course, you know.
Mm.
Uh and the new generation, it's the generation of the technology, you know, so they they know how to use technology. I also think they have a different communication with people if you compare to the old people, you know. So yeah, that's it. What about you, Alessandro? What do you think about it? Do you have a different opinion about the subject or not?
I kind of do. I agree with what you said about how how they work, but also I think uh, their concepts of work are different because old people they kind of like in the beginning they were mostly about I have to work because I have a family and I want to change the circumstances of my family, so I gotta work and I gotta do whatever I have to to bring the bacon and but the new generations are more like I'm capable of doing whatever I want to, and I don't have a family to take to look after. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. So I don't think they visualize or they think of work in the same way. They think more like work. Sometimes some of them don't think about work as a really a goal for life, but as a mean to achieve their goals. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I gotcha. So like, yeah, I agree with you. Like the old generation, like, has to work because they need to support their family, right? It's not a goal, but the like the new generation thinks about like, oh, I wanna, for example, I wanna be a doctor because it's my dream, and I wanna like work as a doctor. I wanna help people. So this is my goal. I want to achieve this goal, and I want this profession. I want to work with this profession, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like there are many differences between these generations, right? They are really different to each other. So about like the old generation, the new one, let's go to the question number 4. How's the relationship between both generations at your company? Have you ever had a great experience with someone from one of them at work? So, Alessandro, I know you're an English teacher, but like, have you ever had this kind of experience in your life with another job, or with the job that with your current job, for example?
Yeah, sure. When I work in other part. I mean, the other teachers like from other subjects at school, and some of them are kind of older than me, like 10 years older than me, because I'm 26. So some teachers are 60 years old, 50 years old, and you can learn a lot from them, from the way they behave, from the way they control, for example, the class, from the way they do their work. They are more focused, or they already have the hang of how to do things, so they just show you the way by doing that. So it's very nice to observe and learn. But at the same time, I noticed that we, as young people, I mean, I consider myself young. I don't know if I am, but we, as young people, we tend to take things a little bit more chill. So we're like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Or then we just make a joke out of something. We make lots of jokes all the time. We have a meme to talk about. We have a even with the students in my case, for example, and other teachers that are my age or younger, we we bring memes to classroom. We want to search technology all the time. We want to make things different all the time because we get bored very easily. So for us, the traditional way is kind of difficult for us, and at the same time, when they demand a lot from us, we just don't wanna cooperate with them. So it's kind of hard. We want to make things differently, but we also don't want to be odd, to don't want to be demanded all the time. It's kind of confusing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I got your point. So like, I think the old teachers are more focused, like I think they have a certain way to teach something, I so for example, they like follow rules, right? So for example, I'm a note teacher. So, oh, I'm gonna follow this rule here because like uh, the school told me that I need to do that. So I'm gonna follow this rule. So if someone and the class do that, I need to do that. So it's a rule, but I think like young teachers don't follow like the rules like certainly, right? I think they are flexible. I think they analyze the situation before making a decision, right? Am I right?
Yeah, totally. We question all the time. Okay, why do you want me to do that? Can you make me do that? Or am I gonna do it just because I'm being polite or just because I want to be a good person? Because if it's up to me to make the call to decide, I'm not gonna do this. So I think young people are more like that. We know our rights and we are not afraid of imposing our rights or demanding our rights. The old people, on the other hand, they're more afraid. They're like, "Oh, what if I say something? What if I refused? What are the consequences are going to be?" But we don't care. We're like, I know that I'm not doing anything wrong, so I'm gonna say or I'm gonna refuse whatever I have to refuse. I'm gonna make changes if I want to. So I think we are more bold than the old generation.
So you consider you're a flexible teacher, right? So
I
you're a
do.
relaxing teacher. You you like you so you analyze the situation first before making a decision, right? So you
That's
don't
it.
follow like all the school rules like certainly.
No, 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 I don't.
That's a great way to be a teacher because I like these kind of teachers, like this way of being relaxing, like analyze the situation before make a decision. And I think you guys, uh, of course, I think you guys are impartial, of course, but I think you guys like mm, have a passion with your students, right? Than the old teachers, right?
What do you mean? Like we have favorite students in the classroom, or we are more attached to our students than the old teachers? We have a closer connection with our students than the old teachers. Is
Yeah,
that it?
yeah, something like that. So you guys like interacting with students
Yes.
and value each student.
Yes, I love to learn from them. They have lots of stories. They know lots of things. And for me, I teach English, so sometimes they come up with words that I don't know or songs that I haven't heard yet. So I learn a lot from them. And they are funny. They have jokes. They want to make challenges. They want to teach me magic. They want to teach me everything that they learn. So I'm really there for them, to listen to them, to learn from them, and to try to teach something to them. So for me, it's the basis of teaching is seeing your students as an individual and really wanting to help him or her to learn it.
That's great, Alessandro. It's really good to know like this point of view of your story. What about you, Average? So have you ever had a good experience with someone from a generation that is opposite than yours?
I at my work, most of the people are at my age, so it's okay, good relation because of that.
Good. How old are you again?
There, sorry.
How old are you again?
Okay, 26.
26.
Yes.
So you're part of the new generation, right?
I think so. I don't know what's the type, but
I want to know, like, at your company, um, have you ever had the experience to talk to apprentices, like jovem aprendizes in Portuguese?
No, no. In my job, no. I work with analysts.
Get it, get it. But do you know someone from your company that already had this experience to talk to apprentices or to work with them?
I don't say the truth. I don't know.
And I have a question for you, Aberch. I know you haven't like had an experience had an opportunity to talk to apprentices yet, but what do you think about like apprentices in Brazil? Do you think they are good for the company?
Prudence, I don't. What's the word you say? What is the
So I said, what do you think about like apprentices, jovens aprendizes, at a company? Do you think they are
I
good for a company?
for me, yes, because people needs to work, needs to work, needs to experience to work. So it's very important. Of course, each company does that he wants. Not that not all the company has like this type of job, but for me, it's very important. The beginning of their career.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I'm an apprentice at a great company, and like this job was really important to me to start working, you know. I love the company that I work for, and I've been learning like a lot of things at my company, you know, about my work. So it's really good to be an apprentice because you have the opportunity to learn a lot of things at the company, you know. And like at least people from my company, they value apprentices, you know. They treat well apprentices, you know. So that's really good for all apprentices. So so about like the subject, so apprentices, young people at the company. So I really want to know about your opinion about the question number 11. So do you think some companies are still prejudiced against people from both generations? So the old generation and the new one. How can they change this reality? So average, do you think some companies like are prejudiced against these people?
To what? Both go old or new people?
Like, do you think these companies are prejudiced against like an old person or a new person at work?
In in real life, yes, because it happens in both sides. Prejudice with old people and prejudice with new people. That happens. Like, oh, you are so new, so you don't have experience, or you are too old and you don't have the energy capable to. So it happens in both sides, and it's complicated. Of course, the company won't say that's are prejudicing, but the actors uh, say that happens.
Yeah, I agree with you. So from my point of view, I think some companies are prejudiced against like both generations, you know. So for example, for example, um like some companies like say to people from old generation like, oh, you're so old, so you don't have the energy to work, as you said, average. Oh, you don't know how to use technology properly, you know. And on the other hand, with the new generation, I think some companies think like, oh, you don't have like so much experiences to work here, or you're so young to work. So I think society, some companies think like that. What about you, Alessandro? Do you agree with me and Albert, or do you have a different opinion about it?
No, I think you guys are totally right. It depends on the position that you're looking for. Uh, Sometimes it's gonna be harder. Other times it's gonna be a little bit easier to deal with. But for example, some people want to hire young people because they think that as we are new, we are not gonna be like aware of the difficulties of or challenges that the kind of work involves. So we're gonna be more like easygoing and accept everything that they want to do or tell you to do because you are easy to be manipulated. Or maybe you can have any salary that they are offering because you're young and then you have to learn the value of the work. So you just gotta accept any kind of salary that they offer. So all those small choices that they make show uh, that they are prejudiced to you. So I totally agree, and I think they can change that by just treating try to treat people equally. So if you have a job position, it's gonna be the same. Doesn't matter if the person is young or not. The person just gotta be able to do the work. If the person shows you that he or she is able to do that, the job is his or hers, you know. That's what I think.
Yeah, like people who are young don't know how to work because they don't have like experiences, you know. But if you teach them how to work, they'll learn how to work, you know. So I think you just need to have patience to teach these people how to work, you know, because at the beginning it's really hard. Young people don't know how like how how it is a specific company works, you know. But if you teach them, they'll work, you know. So like the old people were young in the past, and they had their first job, and back then they didn't know how to work, but someone has teach them how to work. So I think like old people need to teach new people uh uh like well too, because like new people are starting their new job and they don't know how to work, so you have to be patient, you know. Okay, guys. So let's go to the question. Question number 5. Number 5 about you guys' first job. So when you got your first job, how did people from the old generation treat you at work back then? What was the most important thing that you learned from mom? So, Alessandro, so how was like your first job? So did you learn like a lot of things from people from old generation? How was it?
Mm, that's a nice one. I started working. I was 16 years old. It was in a supermarket as an apprentice. I don't know the word. Uh, and I was 16 years old. It was my first real job, and I used to work 6 hours a day in that supermarket. To me, it was a hell of a life because I hated it so much. I had to do a lot of work during the first hours of work, and at the end of the day, I had to move to another part of the store to deal with people, and that was hard because people are very demanding all the time. So I had to do everything that they told me to do until I decided that I didn't have to because I learned my rights and I was like, I'm not gonna be carrying heavy box. I'm not gonna do that. And then I'm not gonna be like getting picky people's groceries for them until they get to their cars. So I started to say no, a lot of no's. And what happened is that the old people at work, they were like, you can't do that. We don't do that. Why are you doing that? I mean, nobody wants to do that, but we all do that. So why are you not just being like us, you know? So they started hating me because of that. And then one day, this boss, she called me aside and she said very harshly to me, like, you have to work. You only talk in the corridors and you don't work. This is a company. You should work. And she humiliated me in front of many people. And there were many people in the room when she said that in a very, rude way. And that made me very like uncomfortable. And then I decided that I would leave the place. So I learned lessons that it's not because you are working in a company that you have to do everything they tell you to do. And there is always another job. You don't have to allow yourself to be in the toxic place just because you need that money at the time. I mean, you got that job, you're gonna get another job later. You're not gonna die. You just gotta trust your guts and keep doing what you have to do. I wasn't learning anything from then over there. I just learned how to deal with life. That's the big lesson. The biggest lesson to me was learning how to deal with life, the letting myself be taken advantage of. So to me, that was it.
Oh man, I feel so sorry for you, like you had this terrible experience at your first job, but do you like back then when you start working at your first job or at your second one, like have you had someone ever like helped you at work and you feel like, oh, this person was really important to me back then because I've learned a lot of things from mom and stuff. So do you have someone that you're so proud of, like when you started working?
Yeah, sure. Not on this first job, because at that job everybody only complains about everything. But the other job that I got, I learned a lot. It was in a company, family's company. We used to have a company like many years ago, and I learned a lot from my sister. I didn't know that side of hers. She taught me how to be professional, how to separate emotional issues to work, and also to not let myself uh let others take advantage of me, because she was very determined, and she would be like, okay, I accept this, but I don't accept that. That's it. I'm not afraid of losing our friendship at work, because this is work. It's gotta be work. So she taught me a lot how being a professional person and having goals and achieving their goals, and studying, thinking, planning as well. So it was really really important to me back then.
That's awesome to know that, bro. So like your sister, oh my God. So like
Yeah,
your sister like has helped you to work better in your life, right? So it's
totally.
really good to know that. What about you, Average? So do you have someone that you're really proud of, like someone that helped you to learn like something at your first job or at your second one?
No, no. I and talk and listening about the Alexander history. My first job not wasn't good too, because it's complicated the relationship of me and my coworkers, because they problems like personality. Like I have my own personality and they have others. Okay, but they I think my personality was bothering them, because I'm focused on work. I'm because introverts, and they hate it. Like the and not about my job, but think they are so idiots that focus on things that doesn't matter, and and that was complicated for me. I was that I'm having why I focus on my work and they focus on things that doesn't important more. How can go focus more on gossip than work? So and it was very complicated. That's I was so bothering of the colleagues, like humiliation. So I decided to go out because was bad spirits like Alessandro. So, but another, so I that's the reason that I look for other job and doesn't happen anymore like this situation in this intensity.
Oh my God, man. I feel so sorry for you as well. But like, when did the situation happened? Was
I
it
don't.
at your first job or another job?
No, no. In the first job, it happens, and the
Oh my
second,
God.
okay, it was okay. Don't have problems of relationship. Another course, it happens sometimes, but the first job was complicated.
Oh my God, bro. That sucks to hear that. And what about your current job? Do you
Yes,
have a good relationship with
yes,
people
yes,
there?
yes. In general, yes. Good relationship and people help each other. They don't have a doubt. You are a per. You are different from me, so I will try to attack you. No, no. They help each other. That have good conversations that I don't didn't have in first job, for example. So I'm liking and very challenging. Many things to do.
That's good, Albert. I'm so glad to know that in your current job, you have a good relationship with people there. It's really good to work at a place that everyone helps each other, and people value, you know. So it's really good to know that. So I know it's really hard to forget what happened in the past. So I'm saying that to both you, but you know, so like these hard situations happened to you guys in the past, and like just forget about it and follow and like live the today,
It's water under the bridge.
yeah. So if you're happy today at your work, that's what matters, right? Okay, guys, so let's go to the question number 8. If you had to choose one specific characteristic from one of the generations, what characteristic would you choose? Why? So average. What characteristic would you choose from one of the generations?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a. I didn't think in a skill.
Okay, no worries. So if you want to tell me something about it later, just let me know, okay? And what about you, Alessandro? Well, what characteristic would you choose in your case from the old generation?
Well, from the old generation, I guess they're more, not that we are not responsible, but no, I'm not gonna say that because I don't agree. So I think they're passionate. They're more passionate and uh they're more, oh Jesus. It's a hard question because some things that I think they are good that they do, I don't actually want to do. So it's not something that I look up to, but they are more serious about their work, and some of them don't take it too personal. And I think that's cool. They know how to be professional. Most of them, most of the people that I know, the old people, they know how to be professional. So those are good things. They are more patient sometimes to teach than we are, and they like to teach others. Usually, like they like to share experiences, like telling what some of them don't like to teach. They like to share experiences, and I think that's cool because you learn from the experiences, right? So yeah, I guess those are other things.
That's great. About me. Oh my God, it's really hard. I think I would choose like this like their way of being serious, you know. They're serious at the work and they are really focused. So I think I would choose this characteristic from you know. Um, but a characteristic that I think I wouldn't choose. I think would be um like old people like following the rules like certainly, you know, and like they are not flexible. So I don't like this. I think we need to be flexible, you know, and like we need to analyze the situation first and like sometimes break the rules, you know. I think sometimes it's necessary. What do you think about it, Alison?
Totally, we have to innovate. The world is based on it. If we always had our minds or think uh in the box, right? We would never have a cell phone, computer, internet, umbrellas. Those are inventions of people that thought out of the box. So we gotta be flexible. We gotta listen and really listen to ideas and think about them and realize that everybody can add, can sum up to a team, you know. It's not because you're the boss, you're the leader, that you're the one that makes the calls all the time. I mean, you can listen, you can ask advice from others, you can learn from them. Even though they are younger than you can learn from them. I always learn from my students. Sometimes they teach me things and I say I didn't know about that. So they say, teacher, you didn't know, but you're a teacher. And I'm like, yes, I am, but I don't know everything. So thank you for teaching me that, you know. And it's okay. You're not gonna die because someone else taught you something, you know. This is a real problem in the world that we live nowadays. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like everyone needs to learn like a lot of things in life, you know. Like no one knows everything in life. All of us have a lot of things to learn. Even though you're like, I don't know, 90 years old and you have a lot of experiences in an area, you 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 need to learn like uh some things, you know. There's a lot of things that you need to learn, you know, even though you're 90 and stuff. What about Everett? Like Alessandro told us like some characteristics that he would choose from the old generation. Which would be like this way of being serious, their patient. Do you agree with Alessandro? Would you choose these characteristics from the old people?
I think so. Yes, as the passion is very important. The But of course, if the passion, you need to have the execution, because passion is important. That you will do the work that you like, that you feel more confidence to do. So I agree. I agree.
Yeah, this old generation have some like specific characteristics as the new one. And like every generation like has some specific characteristics, right? And like I think we can like mix these characteristics and work well as a team, right? So like people from old generation and the new generation can work together as a team, you know, because both of these generations have some specific characteristics that help them to work, you know. So I think they can work together as a team, like these both these generations, you know. Do you guys agree with me?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so the time is almost gone. Unfortunately, I wish I had more time to talk to you guys, but I don't have more time. Okay, so the conversation was awesome. I really liked it. I hope you guys liked it as well.
Yeah, it was a different topic so far. I had never talked about that before. So it was nice to me. Thank you for that.
That's great to know, Alison. Okay, guys, so now I'm gonna send you two links, okay? The first link is the link of our survey, you know. So when you go to this link, you can give us a grade from 10 to 0, you know, and you can also explain us the reason of your grade. It's really important to explain to us the reason of your grade, because if you do that, we can improve TNT more and more, you know. So so for example, my grade is 9, but why is your grade 9, not 10? So please explain to us the reason of your grade, okay? And the other link that I'm gonna send you is the link of our plans, you know. So if you want to have more access to our classes, go to the second link and check our plans out, okay? Okay, guys,
Okay.
so that's it. This was the conversation. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Gabriel. Thank you, Herbert.
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for attending the meeting, and see you guys next time,
See
okay?
you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.